them home, put them in the oven.
Some guy's asking, who's glue guy? Have you not listened to the Hangout? Jay Milne's glue guy. All right. Are we going to do the quick switch?
Well, this is going to be tough now. You got to finish that donut. I'll put these donuts.
I'm going to try to eat this donut. We're going to have to get these out. Let me bring up the...
give me a countdown.
Let me bring up the beer song here because we're going to get into Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. We have 1 minute and 16 seconds to make this switch, boys. Let's do it.
Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week on The Nielsen Show, only on EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
Donuts are great.
Seven seconds. And welcome back. We made it. 2 seconds to spare. There was a lot going on there, but we made it. Once again, huge. Maddie, are you coming for one of these donuts? Oh, yeah, I put them on the floor. It was the only place to go.
Yeah.
Well, there's lots of places to put them. I wanted to keep them close. They're delicious. Huge thanks to the Italian Center Shop. We got 2 more boxes out there. What a great Friday.
Holy.
Who cares if the Oilers can't score a goal, right? All right. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing real good.
Hey, how'd your Rangers do?
We drew.
It doesn't matter how you're in.
We drew.
You drew.
0-0. It was tough to watch.
The classic 0-0 draw.
It was tough to watch at the beginning. We got absolutely we're getting throttled basically for most of the game, but then came back in the end and kind of felt like we could have won it. So
a point earned.
Point earned. Yeah, they looked better than they have. New manager, so new system.
So a 0-0 draw is better than 3-0 loss.
Oh yeah. An away point, I'd like to say. You know, it's
that helps.
That counts.
Not the New York Rangers, right?
No, my goodness, the game was hard to watch.
Hey, we announced our label last week.
Yeah.
It was the one that you liked.
I thought it was the right
You
choice.
think it pops, eh?
I love it. I think, and now looking,
I got the rendering of how it looks on a can too.
Do you?
I'll bring it up for you.
Now I can't stop looking at the Alley Cat. When I go into my stores, I see the Alley Cat, and I just imagine how it's going to look on the shelf next to them, and it's going to fit perfectly. Like that label is bang on.
It's about to go to another level. That label is going to look. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
how's that look on a can?
That looks fantastic.
It looks awesome.
Award-winning, you could argue.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
I mean, odds are we are going to win an award with this beer.
Well, probably, yeah.
If we don't, the entire experiment was a huge failure. And
just means we have to try again.
Yeah, I'll have to try again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With the Ale of the North, which we're really working for. All right, I see this. We've had these guys before.
We've had these guys before,
yeah.
for sure. So we're going Citizen Brewing out of Calgary this week. So we've got 4 different beers, and it's going to be kind of fun because we've got 4 different kind of good styles. The beer of the week is a 4-pack of these, $13.99 for 4 tall boys. Again, Citizen's kind of cool. We're going to go with there's a Mexican, senior citizen Mexican lager.
Okay.
Which is kind of, when you think of a Mexican lager, a lot of them are light colored. This one's not. This one's a little darker. It's a dark Mexican lager. So it's got a little bit of...
Interesting.
It's really, really good. We got the batch number 1, a session ale, which a session ale is always nice because you can mix in a lower alcohol, have a few of them. If maybe you don't want to go to completely non-alcoholic beer, Session's perfect. We've got the Belma and Louise, a New England Pale Ale.
The Belma and Louise?
Belma and Louise. and then we've got the Hijacked IPA, which is I think that was the beer of the week last time. Tells a story about their food truck getting hijacked right before they were supposed to open.
I recall that, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that story.
So again, $13.99 for tall boys. Another one of these breweries started by friends, home brewers, and they said, let's do this for real.
Just like us. I try to pretend now that we're like brewers.
Yeah.
And that's our story too.
That's why you wear that apron all the time.
The only reason we started this was so we could get a beer.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's really the only reason.
You're like kind of like the radio craft. You're the grandfathers. When you look back and there's hundreds of these, you guys will be. Remember when the Edmonton Sports Talk started?
Exactly. Yeah. The Cam at Alley Cat doesn't know, but we're gonna try to oust him. We're gonna try to take it. Surprise!
Surprise! Yeah. So this is the Senior Citizen Dark. It's 5%. It's really kind of a cool. Again, a lot of the Mexican lagers are light, kind of crackery. This one's got a bit more malt to it.
Is that just for fun? Just to kind of make it
just
something different.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just to be different. This won gold in 2021 for the American Amber Lager in Canada.
Jeez.
So it's
Gold medalist.
award-winning
beverage.
Yes, and I mean all four of these are really, really good. So Citizens makes great beer.
All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week podcast, which you'll be able to listen to this on. So if you're watching right now and you just want to get like the feed of just the Beer of the Week every single week, subscribe to the podcast. Let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers to technology in 2023 and finding podcasts so easily. Oh, man, that's really good.
That's really good.
That's nice. That's gold medal worthy.
Yeah. It's clean, crisp. You could drink a bunch of them, but it's not super light. It's not
Like, are there lots of dark Mexican lagers out there? I feel like no.
There's
Okay,
not.
I was gonna
That's
say.
why I said most of them are that light crackery kind of. Some of them have a little bit of salt to them, taste to it. This is not that. This is a nice light.
Yeah, not
Dark
a
beer.
dark taste though or anything
it's
like
just
that.
It's still light, but a darker color. Really, really nice. So then let's go now with the batch 1 session, 4.5% alcohol. Again, low IBU session. We probably should have had this one first. My bad. But
Kyle the Embalmer's in and says a Calgary beer on Heritage Classic weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Somebody's got to get that rivalry going.
might not be the Oilers.
Yeah, exactly.
So again,
Ooh, wow.
4.5%
a
dry.
nose to it.
This is a dry hopped blonde ale, so you're getting some of that hopped come through. So a lot of session ales are extremely light in their flavor and smell. This one's not that. It's got a little bit more going on with it. It's just that lower alcohol with it. So clean, crisp, dry hopped, big citrus flavoring to it. Nice beer.
How about a cheers to new partnerships and the fact that you can now get Edmonton Sports Talk on TuneIn, on the TuneIn app, now available,
Cheers.
making all of our lives easier and better. Yeah, it's not like crazy hoppy.
No.
Yeah.
I find you get more citrus at the finish.
Okay, wait, stop right there because
Okay.
when I first smelled this,
Yeah.
I thought, no, there's a little citrus smell there.
Yeah.
But then you're just like, well, no, it'll be hoppy. And I was like, well, I must be way off.
No.
My nose on this one's not reading
no.
right, but I did.
You do, for sure.
Damn it.
Look at you.
I'm becoming a
Beer judge.
beer connoisseur.
beer
or whatever it is.
judge.
Yeah, beer judge.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
man, I'd love to be a beer judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a lower level event where it doesn't really mean that much. That's what I'd like
not?
to judge.
Hold up
I don't want the
let's-
pressure
Have
of
your score, you know?
Celebrity judge. There you go.
Okay,
You take
yeah,
that
that's
seat,
nice.
right?
Yeah. My vote only counts for like 0.5% or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Belma and Louise. I love this name.
Okay. Do we have to hold hands while we do this?
So they
Right when they drove off the spoiler alert, they drive off a cliff and kill themselves, and they're holding hands while they do it.
So Belma is a type of hop. So that's where the
okay.
Belma comes from. Belma hops are in here. So that's the name.
Is that a location?
No, it's just a type. Just
Okay.
Is it a regular type of hop or is it kind of like a different?
It's pretty rare hop.
Yeah, it's not one that you normally see. But this one here, you get 6% alcohol, ramping that up. So again, whenever you have it, it's kind of hazy.
What's
a little
going on in there?
haze.
I don't know.
What's that? What are we getting?
I'm a little stuffed up, so I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
Melon.
Yeah.
Is that what it
yeah,
is?
Little strawberry.
There's something good. A little strawberry.
Yeah, a little strawberry
What's
maybe.
happening here?
Again,
All right, well, this will be good.
with the kind of New England pale and the hazy style, you're gonna get more kind of that fruity kind of flavoring to it, a little more aroma. Whereas the hijacked IPA, we're gonna get more of that resin, floral, pine. So that's kind of the contrast, West Coast,
Okay.
East Coast. So
A cheers to the guy who just texted in and said, "Is it time to think about signing free agent Jesse Puljujärvi?"
Oh boy.
my goodness,
cheers to that one.
Heritage
It's
classic
not,
beer.
but man, wouldn't that be something?
I gotta do something,
Well, I think that's my favorite of the three so far.
right?
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So it is delicious. I mean, again, that's the Belma and Louise right there. So balanced, a little bit bitterness to it. But just really, really good. And that's one that you're not going to get all of that. Same with the hijacked IPA. You're not going to get all of that in this little sample. Those two, you're going to really kind of need to drink a bit more of them, get a little bit more full flavor.
Finish is nice though.
Finish is really nice, not heavy, not super heavy on the palate, but a really nice one. That's
It's always that back of the.
yeah.
That's where you kind of get it, eh? And
When you
it's-
start salivating,
Yeah.
that kind of bitterness kind of really kicks in. I think that's the cool thing about craft beer. When you start with some of the session ones, they're clean, they're crisp, they're finished, right? Like you kind of get a lot of good flavor and then it's gone. With these IPAs and pale ales, they linger a little bit.
Well, that
and even some of the
vibration,
dark
yeah.
ones, like that kind of velvety, smooth
Yeah.
feel of that kind of warm, dark beer. That's what makes all these beers, right? They all have kind of their own experience that goes into the flavors. So this one pours a little it's a beautiful color.
I mean, the color's beautiful. Your pour is awful.
It's gonna be a little.
Let her
It's
breathe.
coming
eh?
up. It's coming up.
You got to let
gotta
this
let
one
it
air
breathe.
out a little bit. So
When it poured out of candle, I thought, "Ooh, that looks nice and golden." Eh?
look at that color on that. So I mean, they're
beautiful.
all that's the carbonation in the beer. So there's different carbonations in different beers. So we had the nitro that one time where it was small, super small bubbles, so it poured differently than some of these that are going to be more of your regular style beers. But this one is that food truck, that hijacked tropical fruit combined with a bit of floral, some resin.
Love resin.
Yeah, just a full-bodied West Coast.
Glue guy just rolled in with a box of Timbits.
Oh no!
I knew it was going to be disappointed. Hey, man, I still like Timbits. Don't worry about it.
So this was 7% alcohol, a little
Yeah.
stronger, we'll ramp it up a little bit, but just a delicious, different style than the Belma.
Why not a cheers to the Italian Center Shop for dropping off all
Absolutely.
these Danishes and donuts today.
Cheers.
Feel
Cheers.
free to take one on your way out. Not a
yeah.
box.
It's close. Delicious. So again, $13.99, Citizen Brewing, 4 tall boys. Mix them up. There's a bunch of different styles in there. Depends on what mood you're in, right? Like it depends on the mood. I'm not, I really like the Belmont Louise, but I got a lot of time for that Citizen Senior.
How much do you like the Bellman Louise just because of the name? Because we talked about names and label. Look, we're in the beer business now.
Yeah.
Like, we get it. The name's important. The label's important. Like, the big C here, it's a Citizen.
Yeah.
Like, it pops, which is kind of what we did, because we had some great looking, but we just thought that one look was just so clean that it just really worked. So how much do you like that just because it's Bellman Louise and it's a hilarious name?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Well, I think the mood you're in when you're tasting the beer is going to impact how you feel about the beer.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's the same about going into a brewery, going into our stores, having the experience of, what do I choose? That kind of it's exciting to find the right one, right? So all of that, the label, the name, the experience, all goes into the flavor of the beer. It just makes you feel good, right? And this clean look of label, like Citizen, like Alley Cats, the 6 o'clock or lager, they're going to stand out because they are so clean, so crisp.
You
and
proved
the
it
beer's
worked.
gonna be good.
We both recognized off
Yeah,
the
as soon as I
hop,
saw it, I was like,
before
Citizen,
boom,
we've
bam,
had
you make
these,
the
like-
connection,
Seen it
yeah.
before.
Yeah,
You
no,
knew
and that's what
exactly.
that orange is going to pop on that 6 o'clock lager that we got going on. Were you sad at the end of Thelma and Louise when they just decided that was it? Like,
I don't think I've ever seen it.
really?
Really?
Eric, have you seen Thelma and Louise?
I mean, I know.
I know it.
I saw the Simpsons episode,
Yeah,
where they,
me
right?
too.
Like, I think that's all I really need to know. You've spoiled it.
Maddie?
Since
No, just not
He's,
just
he's like, no, never seen it.
I think I watched it once when I was younger.
Yeah.
and-
It was on
and
Super
then-
Channel or something.
Yeah, and they're getting chased by the cops. They're like, screw it, that's it, let's go. And that's it. It's kind
Yeah.
of sad.
Kind of sad.
Well, I mean,
They
they
wrecked a
probably
good
would have
car.
done really well in jail anyway. Like, they're good buddies. If you have a buddy in jail, I mean, I think you probably got somebody watching your back.
Yeah,
So
but they're probably not going to put you together.
well,
they're
that's
gonna
true. I
separate
mean,
you,
if you
right?
are,
Like,
if you are,
mastermind
like if Bonnie
criminals.
and Clyde would have gone to jail instead of getting shot down on a road somewhere,
Yeah.
yeah, they probably
not
would have
side
been
by
together.
side.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
Fair. Yeah. So you're still in jail by yourself.
We got people texting in photos of them with like
Solitaire.
tuning in right on their dashboard. I'm like, that's it.
It was on mine. I tried
It's
it out.
right on your
I tried it out, plugged it
Okay,
in.
so you just Apple CarPlay basically, or
Yeah,
like,
Apple
okay.
CarPlay. Apple
Yeah.
CarPlay.
and
then,
like the app comes up.
scrolled across, and
Yeah,
boom, there
boom.
it was. Tune in. Boom, done. Listening.
It's like being on the radio,
It is.
except clearer.
Your choice.